Good afternoon, everyone. Today's Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. Time is 2:02 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting. Officially calling the meeting to order. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. And at this time, we will have 30 seconds of silence, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Brandy, would you lead us in the pledge, please? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This. Okay, so moving on to our agenda. First item, okay, do we have any changes?
Just item 21 is pulled, and then I'm thinking we could move item 23 up to the other airport items to get that all handled together.
Okay, all right then. And 21 was the one that, okay, that
Yes.
Jody asked for,
Yep.
okay. All right then, so that takes care of that. Moving on to approval of the minutes.
I move that we approve minutes numbers 1 through 8.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion's carried. Consent calendar, please.
I move that we approve items 9 through 11.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion is passed. Payables list.
All right, I move that we approve the payables for the week of July 25th through the 29th, 2022, in the amount of $759,811.19, and jury panel payments in the amount of $5,054.09.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion is carried. First item on our business segment. That's item number 13, renewal of MOUs. Kootenai County and Spirit Lake Police Department needing board signatures. And so speaking for the Spirit Lake Police Department and 911, Alan, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Al Miller.
Is your microphone
Yeah,
on?
just
Sir?
cl-
Yep, push
that's
it.
It'll
and
pick you up.
Turn green. Is it green?
It is now.
Thank you.
What's that?
Thank you.
Okay. I seek approval from the board for renewal of the SWEWIN agreement with Spirit Lake Spirit Lake Police Department to use our 700 megahertz radio system. And I think this is the last MOU for a while.
Good, thank you.
Motion?
I move that we approve the renewal of the MOU with Kootenai County and Spirit Lake Police Department for the network.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion is carried. Item 14, thank you, Alan. Financial budget assigned fund balance for the jail camera replacement project. Auditor Brandy?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Brandy Falcon for the record. IT accepted a bid for $455,644 for the jail camera replacement project. Currently, $313,875 is assigned in fund balance. So we just need your approval to assign the full amount, which would be an additional $141,769.
Okay, any questions for Brandy?
Nope.
Motion, please.
I move that we approve the assignment of fund balance for the jail camera replacement project.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion is carried. Item 15, award execution of agreement for specialized appraisal consulting services with Emma Richardson. And this is our assessor, Bela Kovacs. Go right ahead, Bela.
Commissioners, thank you. I'd like to point out also that the agreement and the documents I provided you did have a typo, so I did send that as a matter of correction. This is a contract, as you indicated, that would provide onboarding, training, assistance services to our new timber ag appraiser. Emma Richardson is our former timber ag appraiser, and so she's going to help bridge the gap of knowledge and train them up.
Okay. And I'm just looking, what's the cost here? Did I miss it?
Commissioners, it's estimated to be, so it's an indefinite quantity, indefinite delivery contract, time and materials. The actual value will vary. We've projected and anticipated that it's going to be about $10,880 through the end of December. The termination date can vary. It could be extended if mutually agreed upon by the parties, but it is based upon an hourly rate.
And you've got money in your budget to cover this?
Yes, this would be out of our restricted funds.
Got it. Motion?
I move that we approve the award and execute the agreement for the specialized appraisal consulting services.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Thank you, Bela. Item 16, change order number 2 for the Gulfstream Road aggregate and paving with La Riviere. Stephen Kiergaard.
Commissioner Stephen Kiergaard for the record. This is a change order that we've discussed previously. It's a kind of a force majeure issue due to the length of time that the pipe was needed to be get in, which was not something that La Riviere could control due to they ordered it as soon as they could. This is a cost increase of $15,288.28, which we'll be sending out to the tenants on this side.
Okay. Any questions for Stephen? Motion?
I move we approve change order number 2, which is for the Gulfstream Road aggregate and paving with La Riviere.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Before we go on, where were we going to treat item 23?
We can do it now, or we can do it after item 18.
Oh, okay.
These all 4 are Stevens, and I think that's all you have, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to 17, 18, and then we'll go to 23. Okay, item 17, AIP 054, Runway Lighting Improvement Phase 1, construction contract with Kovico Inc. Go right ahead, Stephen.
Commissioner Stephen Kiergaard, again for the record. This is our contract with Kovico. This is for AIP 54. We just received the grant last 2 weeks ago. We accepted that. This contract is in the amount of $517,166.20. The grant is a 90% again, and we anticipate the state to pay 5% as well.
Okay, any questions?
So does that leave us like
Go ahead.
25 grand or something?
Something like that, 25 grand.
And so we pay 5%.
Yes.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the contract for AIP 054 Runway Lighting Improvements Phase 1 with Kovico.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion's carried. Item 18, additional services authorization number 2 with TO Engineers Construction for the observation of for extended construction schedule with TO Engineers. Go ahead, Stephen.
Commissioners, due to the extended construction cycle because of pipe delays, other issues popping up with Gulfstream Road, due to timeline issues of getting products, we are having to extend TO's construction observation. This amount is $8,000, but this is also a number to not exceed. It could be less than that, we just don't know. And once we actually find out, close out the project, we'll most likely send this to the tenants as well.
Okay. Questions? Was 6,000 previously?
I think it was 8,000 always.
Or was it? Okay.
I could have just wrote down the wrong number too when I transferred.
No, I'm showing 8,000. So, when you say likely to be to the tenants, you're waiting on information or?
So because it's not to exceed, we don't know if it could be $2,000, it could be 1,000, we may not even use the budget.
Okay.
We just don't know.
Okay, so that's what, the amount of money spent will determine if it's passed on or not?
Yes. If we don't use any of the budget,
Sure,
we don't have to send it on,
okay.
so.
Okay, then. Motion?
I move that we approve the additional services authorization number 2 with TO Engineers regarding the construction observation extension.
I second the motion.
Phil Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion's carried. We're going to skip to item 23. Again, the airport, it's board approval request to approve the Gulfstream Road and utility change order for the blow-off valve on the 18-inch pipe capped for the future extension to Avondale Well. Go right ahead, Stephen.
Commissioners, this is actually a request that came up from Avondale Water because there's a pipe stick that actually runs to a future well site for them. They're gonna be paying us back for this. It's $2,100, it's $64.50. But it's still a change order for the cost. And we'll be reimbursed from Avondale. We've already sent them a bill.
Do you have any change order documentation for this? I see the schedule and that's fine, but typically, I mean, we just did 2 change orders and they were,
This was work that was already done that Avondale requested it to them, but it wasn't their project. So
I see.
it was one of those,
they're working, Avondale says, you're doing this for me, so please fix this, and then you're like, well, airport is the
airport is the owner, not
Owner.
you.
okay,
So it was one of those, this is where we're stuck at.
okay.
Okay, so.
Motion?
I move that we approve the Gulfstream Road and utility change order for the blow-off valve to be reimbursed by Avondale.
I second the motion.
Phil Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion's carried. Item 19, Financial Budget Fleet Management Committee. It's a request for the signature for the POs, 1 for the Sheriff's Office and 2 for Community Development. And our Adult Misdemeanor Probation Director, Keith Hutchinson. Go right ahead, Keith.
You've been kind of explained it already in the motion right there, so just asking you to sign it. The second CSO vehicle will come forward when they have more information, like the VIN number and stuff like that, because it's in being built process right now, so it has to delay on that second vehicle. And then to add the $45,000 to the fleet management, so we can purchase the 2 community development vehicles.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
this is not part of the 450. This is above and beyond the 450.
30,000 of it is part of the 450. It was an
Okay.
additional 45,000 to
45.
make the balance out. Then right now, currently, we have like about $8,000 left in that general 450 money that you were talking about.
Right.
But that's still being used for some outfitting for grounds and maintenance and amp. So there'll probably be about maybe $3,000 left over, but I just want to leave that gap in there so I don't have to come back and keep
Okay.
coming in and asking.
Brandy, didn't we already kind of approve this, so,
Yeah, we already appropriated fund balance, but I think you just have to sign off on the POs now.
yes, thank you very much.
motion?
I move that we approve the request for, or sign the purchase orders for the 1 sheriff's CSO vehicle, is it CSO?
CSO vehicle.
CSO vehicle, and then the 2 community development vehicles.
I second the motion.
Phil Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Excuse me, number 20, grant application for, digital evidence management software with the Bureau of Justice Assistance in the amount of $21,707. And there's a cash, I presume that's the cash match, KCSO from the fiscal '22 budget. And it's about a $27,778 total expenditure. Captain Miller, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Stu Miller for the record. Yes, Sort of. The total cost of the project is for our digital evidence management system is $49,485. $27,778 was allocated from the FY '22 budget last week, I believe. And so this is the grant application for the JAG grant in the amount of $21,707 that we're hoping to use to buy the whole thing.
And your cash match is the 27?
Yeah, that $27,778 was approved in a meeting last week from the current 9010 line, or capital line item from the sheriff's office budget.
Okay.
Yeah, the leftover car money that's being divvied up quickly.
And we appreciate it.
Are you
Okay.
ready?
Motion?
I move that we approve the grant application regarding the digital evidence management software with the Bureau of Justice Assistance.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion's carried. Item 21 has been stricken. Item 22, financial budget, and this is the purchase of a patrol boat for Lake CDA with the Marine Division of our KCSO. Sergeant Miller.
Sergeant Ryan Miller for the record, Commissioners. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. I am first wanting to take a project that we had on the books for about 2 years. It was a building for storage for marine vessels. And since there's just high costs and we have other solutions for now, we're going to scrap that project. It's about $240,000 we want to put back into the fund balance. I would like to take some of that for future projects that we have, and then a portion of it I'd like to use to purchase this patrol vessel. After purchasing and outfitting, we're estimating about $90,000 for this project.
Does that include the money for the trailer?
The trailer is undetermined, so there's a trailer that comes with it. It's a $15,000 value. It probably is going to need some tires and some bearings and brakes, but we're not positive on the extent of that just yet. Maybe a couple $1,000s, and that
Oh,
should be
okay,
included.
because, yeah, your memo indicates thousands of dollars to upgrade the trailer.
I'm
so
hoping not, but we're not into it yet.
Just want to make sure if I approve the boat, I'm approving the trailer.
Yes.
I'm not sure you guys are going to carry it around.
We'll put it on a
Skateboard.
flatbed.
There you go.
put it in the
Now,
bed of
it-
the truck, no big deal.
Now, is this a patrol boat like the others?
This is a patrol boat. It's a larger patrol boat for Coeur d'Alene North. The boat it would be replacing would be getting moved to Hayden to be a Hayden boat, either trailered or eventually, hopefully, housed on Hayden.
What's the length?
A 25-foot.
Oh, it's good length.
It is a safe boat like two others that we currently own, same length. This one is a center console with a walk around, so it's much easier for marine teams to be able to work on than our two enclosed safe boats.
Okay. Ready? Motion?
I move that we approve the purchase of the patrol boat for Lake Coeur d'Alene using previously restricted money for boat storage, and it's out of the vessel account.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios,
Aye, motion's carried. We already addressed item 23. 24, board approval, a request for additional expert witness funding for our prosecuting attorney, Barry McHugh.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We've been busy since March. We've had 30 felony trials, 27 resulting in felony convictions, 7 misdemeanor trials. Most of those cases arose in 2021 and back to 2021, even back to 2018. Obviously, a result of not being able to do trials for months in 2021 and into 2022. So as a result, we've, and a lot of those cases are, are more serious crimes, the trafficking, which have mandatory minimum sentences, the sex abuse cases, the child enticement type cases, first-degree murder. And so cases that often result in the need for those expert witnesses. Last year, we returned over $70,000 in this kind of budgeted money because we just didn't have the trials that we ordinarily would in a year. And so I'm just asking the board to authorize an additional $45,000. I don't know that I'll need all of that, but that's just based on what my attorneys have been telling me regarding, the remainder of this fiscal year, what we might need. So that is the request.
So this is for the next few months,
It is.
balance of fiscal '22.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I would recommend to come out of contingency.
Yeah, yep. Bill, any questions?
No questions.
Motion?
I move that we approve the request for additional expert witness funding for the prosecutor, not to exceed $45,000 coming from contingency.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion's carried.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Barry. Item 25, board approval requests for vehicles salvage and request to retain for the Sheriff County Auto Shop. Who's on?
Russ is on.
Russ, go right ahead.
Okay, Russ Trueblood with the KCSO for the record. So we have a patrol car that was deemed a total loss, and we'd like to retain the salvage for a vehicle for our EVOC training. We can do some minor repairs to it to get it roadworthy. It'll still be damaged, but it will be roadworthy and usable. And then we would have after the deductible, buying out the vehicle, and then there would be a balance of about $12,900 that we would also like to retain for our vehicle purchases.
Okay. Questions?
So, Russ, with that one, what we'd be authorizing is to buy back the vehicle, number one, to put it to use for training, and then to allow the $12,000 to go back into a vehicle fund. Is that
That's correct, yeah.
okay? The memo is quite detailed and
Complicated.
complicated.
Yeah, it would take about $500, between $300 and $500, to do some suspension repairs to the car to make it drivable, but it would be used for EVOC pit training because this would be only the second one of these Explorers that we have. We only have one in our fleet now for that training. The rest are old Crown Vics that are all banged up.
Okay.
So we'd like to have another one of these to keep it.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good deal for this. But regarding the 12,000, I mean, you'll have to use some of that money, like you said, to rehab it to get it roadworthy, and then the rest of it can
Right.
go into the CSO vehicle pool. Or
That's true. That could go there too.
I'm good.
Okay. Motion?
All right, see if I can get this on the record properly. I move that we allow the salvage purchase of the wrecked KCSO vehicle to be used further for training, and the remaining amount to go to vehicle fund.
Sounds right.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Thank you. Okay, item 26, Resolution 2022-54 to surplus vehicles for community development.
I don't know. if
Chris?
anybody's-
Christina?
I don't think anybody's here.
Oh, we could just-
I'm all right handling it, because this is, I imagine, the two that Keith could have handled it too, that are being replaced with the purchase orders we just. Okay,
Two
so,
vehicles.
yeah. So I would move that we approve Resolution 2022-54, which is the surplus of 2 vehicles.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion's carried. Item 27, online tax deed auction. Jill, for the treasurer.
Jill Smith for the record, and Amy Sweet also. We are proposing that starting this year, we go from a live auction format for the annual tax deed sale to an online auction format. They're the two most compelling reasons are, one, that it opens up our market to a much broader market. You know, especially September, people are mostly back, but there are people that would bid that aren't back in town, you know, are still off on their summer adventures. And it also opens to an international market effectively. Anyone can bid from anywhere in the world. So you have, your sales are a little bit higher, and you tend to sell some of those properties that wouldn't normally sell because people are bidding online and they just want to win something. The more compelling reason is, I think you guys remember earlier this spring, our office was closed because literally everyone had COVID, or had been exposed to COVID and didn't want to risk infecting the two people that were left. In a situation like that, if the auction's online, the auction can happen even if there's no one in our office, because we've submitted the information to the auction company and they go forward whether we're sitting in our desks or not. And in our current environment, that's maybe not a bad thing. The last issue, I guess, is security. You know, when we have these auctions here locally, we are bringing in a lot of cash into the building, and whether we have a deputy here or not, there's still inherent risk. And by moving online, all of the fund transfers happen electronically.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any legal concern?
We wouldn't be the first county to do it. Actually, I was reading in the paper last week that one of the divisions of the state of Idaho is going to an online auction system for real estate.
Okay. So I'm comfortable with it as long as, you know, due
Legal.
diligence with legal and all that. I mean, my only concern is somebody wants to bid on property and they don't have access online.
We can, if that situation were to arise, we have a computer in our office that they can come use. And it's normally sort of like eBay, where if you're interested in something, you don't have to be sitting there hitting,
You put your max in.
you put your max in and walk away. I will tell you, we moved to an online auction system in King County, and the volume was considerably higher. And the first year we went online, made like 4 computers accessible across the county. Nobody used them.
Okay. As long as we're thinking that way.
So payment would be taken by a credit card?
Electronically through the
ACH?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we got 2 out of 3. I don't know if Bill wants to weigh in.
Yeah. Bill? You okay with it?
Yes, I'm in favor of that. Sounds very good.
Okay. Motion.
So just bring a contract forward, I suppose. It's not an action item.
Oh,
so
that's
they
right.
would
It's
have
discussion. Yep.
Yeah, they'd have to bring contract
Okay.
forward.
We'll do that
Makes
next.
sense.
Good. And what is the scheduled date? Second week?
September 13th.
Oh, September 13th. Isn't it normally in October?
It was in October last year, but we were trying to bring it back to where it had been.
Oh,
Prior to
previously.
us started, it used to be the Friday of Labor Day weekend.
Oh,
And apparently the commissioners, after turnover, decided, no, we're not doing that anymore. And so each August, we would propose dates, and it got decided on that way. So after
Gotcha.
last year's sale, we asked, hey, how about for the next 5 years, let's pick a consistent date. So the second Tuesday of September
Okay.
this year and for 5 years.
okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll look forward to the contract.
All right then.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
hey, thank you, ladies. Item 28, budget overages process. Discussion.
Yes, so I just want to remind all those viewers out in TV land and countywide executive team to review policy 930 to make sure that we're following policy, and that also the auditor's office will send out their year-end reminder here later this month, talk about when to cut off P cards and stuff like that, and just reminding people if they're getting close to going over a line item that they should reach out to their liaison and get something before the board if it looks like it's going to go over. So, yeah, people are responsible for their budgets and can even be held personally liable and have to write the county a check if they go over in line items. So,
Which has happened, by the way.
Yes, but I'm not expecting that to continue to happen, but you just got to let the board know, let your liaison know that you're getting close to going over. So just a reminder, that's all. And like I said, we'll get a reminder later this month from the auditor's office.
Okay. Status update, one item.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
we had our interviews for the construction manager general contractor for the expansion of the Justice Center, and I thought they went very well. What is happening now is the scoring team is making sure that their scoring is complete, and we hope to meet Thursday morning and deliberate and put our scores together and make a decision.
They were good interviews. Well done.
And they're available on YouTube if anybody wants to watch them.
Other than that, public comment? 2:33, meeting adjourned. Thank you.